So let's move on to Aquarius. How are you all, you Aquarians out there? So this is a forecast that goes from June 1st to the 19th. I hope you're all well. Not a lot of aspects, but a lot of heavy hitters. So I'm going to dive right in. So on Tuesday, the 2nd of June, the Sun sextiles Saturn. And for you Aquarians, that's an important placement because it's a combination between your third house, where you communicate ideas, and your fifth house, where the Sun is. So it could be a very positive, practical discussion that ensues with an art partner, a creative partner, your romantic partner, one of your children, to make some plans, to make a life plan of some sort. It's great for negotiations in general. On Thursday the 9th, we have another really spectacular and very sweet aspect between Venus, the planet of love, and Jupiter. Let's just blow it up and make it bigger for the fun of it. And that's in your 6th house of work, the things that you do physically with your body to make things, do things. And it could even tie into your career. Also, it plays a big role in improving your physical body. So that's coming up on the 9th. And it's in the sign of Cancer. So it's very heartwarming in some way. Then on Sunday the 14th, which is like a couple weeks off, is the new moon. And it's a new beginning. Every new moon is. And it's in the sign of Gemini. And for you Aquarians, it's all about your 5th house. It's a place where you have fun. It's your romantic interests. It's your creative or playful make things energy that's in your life. And it could also be something you're working on with your children. So if you have something you're hoping to see happen, it's a great time to write down your ideas, particularly around the new moon. Write this on your calendar. It's the 14th, Sunday the 14th. And even think of it as a situation that you desire, but it's already come to pass. Sit down, close your eyes, and see this thing happening. Is there something you need or want that relates to this creative, fun place, romantic place in your life? And then on the 19th, we have a historical marker that hasn't happened in 50 years, which is Chiron, the wounded healer placement. Everybody has it in their chart, but in the globe, on the global scene, as Chiron's transiting through everybody's charts, it's falling in the sign of Taurus. And for you, that's in the area of home and family. So something could, and it's pretty immediate. You may be feeling it right away, although it might take a while. There may be a shift in your environment, the thing that you call home. Maybe you want to move, and maybe you can't afford it yet. Or maybe something's going on with the matriarch, one of the matriarchs. Maybe you have several people that stand in as a mother figure. But this position hasn't been experienced by us for 50 years. It has not been in Taurus. And this is just a new energy all around. It's very stable, but it's very, in some ways, a little bit muddy or cemented down. It's as if the people that you'll encounter will say, well, we've always done it this way. Well, times are changing. So think of it as, you know, a traditional icon stepping into the 21st century in some way. But that's in your 4th house of home and family. Drop me a line. Let me know how this is impacting you. I'd be very curious to know. Anyhow, I'm going to pull a card, your oracle card, and see how this is working for you. Work your magic. You got all kinds of talents and abilities, Aquarius. You're the, in some ways, an unsung hero. People don't realize the little tricks you have up your sleeve, and you often downplay who you are also. So I know a lot of Aquarians, let me tell you. Let's put another card on that. So this card's been coming up a lot in all of the readings that I'm doing. So this is a situation that's falling apart around you. And duh, we don't have to go too far to find that. But you can prosper anyhow. 9 of Pentacles, and you can feel comfortable about life. Something good is coming your way. It's you in a very secure position. Oh my goodness. The Sun card is the luckiest card in the deck. So something that you've been hoping for does come to pass. Don't sit there on your hands. Get up and do something. At least dance. I'm just kidding. But this is very, very exciting because it's saying it's time to move, time to act. 2 of Swords. Because joy is on its way. When you have the 10 of Cups like this, happy family, happy partners, happy children, happy environment. So Aquarius, hey, I love to hear from people. If you enjoy this collection of tidbits that I throw your way every couple weeks, like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, if something's happening with you, drop a note. Love to hear from you. Take care. Hello, all you lovely Taurians. I hope life is treating you well. This is a forecast from June 1st to the 19th. So let's dive right in. Taurus, the sun will sextile Saturn on the 2nd of June. And you're sitting there saying, so what? Well, when the sun shines its beneficial energy all over Saturn, Saturn has no opportunity, but has no chance to do anything but make it into an opportunity, is what I was trying to say. And Saturn and the sun working together in positive embrace will be working between your 12th house of the things that you hope to accomplish and your secret desires, and the 2nd house of finance. So let's think about this. What is it that you could possibly want to see happen? Write it down, see it done, because there will be the opportunity to finance this project. Now, because it's the 12th house, it could be something like you would like to join a monastery for a few months, and you want to take time off from work. And you've just discovered you can take a paid leave, because it does impact the area of your life that is about your spirituality. That could be any kind of spirituality. You could be interested in collecting mushrooms in the woods. It doesn't matter. But there is the support for it. And it comes in many, many packages. On Thursday the 9th, Venus and Jupiter align. They conjunct, and they do it in your third house, which is all about sharing ideas. So this could be a social issue for you. You could get together with an old friend, a new dating companion, somebody, and start talking about your core beliefs. And it could be incredibly wonderful. So write that down. There is a new moon in Gemini, and that's happening on Sunday the 14th. Almost forgot. And that is in that area of increased income, financial concerns. So new moons mean new beginnings. So are you starting a new job? Have you started putting money away for the first time? Are you discovering that you have the income to do X, Y, or Z? That's coming up. If you want something and you really think that you could push it forward, write it down and imagine it done. Don't say to yourself, oh, I could never do that. Write it down and see it accomplished in your mind. And then on Friday the 19th, we have this historical shift. Chiron, the wounded healer, which is in everybody's chart, but it's transiting Chiron right now, moves into the sign of Taurus, and it hasn't done that in 50 years. So if you've been alive long enough to remember where 50 years back were in your life, you might track it. But for right now, it's going into a very practical sign, a deliberate sign, a very hands-on sign. And for you, it's in your first house, Taurus. It's all about you. So you're working on your identity, who you want to be in the world. It's tricky for you because you always will say, oh, well, it's not that important, because what's really important is making sure the bills are paid, or making sure that the ground is plowed, or making sure the dog is walked, or making sure. And you're very practical. And a lot of times what you need is going by the wayside. So this will be kind of what you work on for a very long time to come. Okay, so that's the information up until the 19th. Let's take a look at the oracle cards and see how they're affecting it or involving themselves with what we just talked about. While I've been recording this video, I've had several orbs, energy orbs, float through the camera lens. And so if you're interested in things like that, I wouldn't mind you dropping a note if you see them as I'm recording, because I've been seeing them tonight. Power of joy. I love this. That goes right along with that Venus and Jupiter conjunction that's happening on the 9th. The power of joy. We could all use a little bit more of that, right? There's been a lot of anxiety, the devil. But this is creative, the Empress. It's about fecundity. It's about fecundity. You could be an artist and just make a lot of art. It's also about creativity. It's about having a baby or the desire to have a child. There's a victory around that. If you have a project you're working on and it requires you to produce, you're doing it. Same thing. Have you decided you want to make a child with your partner or not, or whatever you do? It can happen. There's a new beginning. It's sudden. It comes out of the blue. I'm going to put another card on this. Swift. This is 8 of Wands. Lots of comings and goings. A little bit of traveling here, there, and everywhere. Okay, Taurus, please drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing. If you see those orbs as you're watching my video, let me know, or what you think they might be. Take care and have a great couple weeks. Virgo, how are you? Sun, moon, and rising. It's been a busy, as my partner used to say, a busy beagle week. That's my cat, Hamlet. He is mad because he only had kibble and he's going to have wet food in a little bit. Now, this is a forecast from the 1st of June to the 19th. Let's dive right in. So Mercury moves into Cancer on the 1st. It's changing the energy completely. On Tuesday the 2nd, the Sun sextiles Saturn. While the Sun sextiles Saturn, it makes a very practical but illuminating shift in everybody's lives. For you, there's a major transition available if you want it in the career area of your life, or in the community involvement, or if you're a volunteer. You may find that you're given a position that was once volunteer but now is paid. I've seen that happen over and over again. But something is transitioning as it relates to your career. On the 9th, that's Thursday the 9th, Venus and Jupiter conjunct. They come together, they hold hands, they sing Kumbaya, and they're in that area of your chart which is all about large groups, people who support your desires, your dreams, your talent, and also your personal dreams and wishes. 11th house. Okay, so that's going on. It's very, very positive. On Sunday the 14th, we have the new moon in Gemini. New moon in Gemini is falling in because I have Virgo rising, 10th house. A lot of thinking, a lot of doing, but the new moon says new beginnings. Are you looking for a new position? Are you interested in taking up a new position? Have you been offered something? Is there a discussion ensuing? And if there's something you're looking for, or you dream of having as far as something that relates to this great and glorious career of yours, write it down. And I keep saying this. See it done. See it happening. Imagine it. Lay down, or as my mother would say, lie down. Lie down on your couch or your bed or your hammock or wherever, and think of what you'd like to see happening in that area of your life. And then see it all done. You're there. You're in that office. You're at that desk. You're with a laptop by the sea. Whatever. Do it. And lastly, we have a historical marker that hasn't happened in 50 years. Chiron, the wounded healer, which is, again, in everybody's chart, personal chart. But this is a transiting Chiron, and it's happening, excuse me, I have allergies, in the area of expansion, travel, learning. And for you, that's where the rub lies. You really want to get out and explore, and you have to figure out a way to do it. And this particular transit of Chiron will give you practical tools. You may find sometimes it's too practical, too earthy, too simple, but listen to the impulses, because there will be chances for you to do what you want to do. And Virgo, that's the information. So look back 50 years if you've been around that long, or count to see when that actually occurred in your parents' lives, and see how this is affecting you now, or what you went through if you were around 50 years ago. There could be a similar occurrence. It's sort of rinse and repeat. Okay, so if you can hear me over the meowing of Hamlet, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Hammy! No! You ate already. Meow. Come here. Why don't you come here? My goodness. Write. I just mentioned to you, it's good to write down your dreams, your desires, your wishes right now. Around the 14th, write it down. Keep a pen by your bed. Yeah, there have been some arguments around you. There's been a struggle of your desires versus everybody else's. There will be news about money. Knight of Pentacles. And it's for you. And it could be coming in on the heel with a delivery person being a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Use your intuition as to who you need to listen to. Use your intuition as to what to do next. You're emotionally healing now. You're moving into a better period of time. 8 of Cups. And you're going to be taking some short trips. So there is the expansion. 8 of Wands. Okay, Virgos, drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in a reading, that would be great too. Hello, Capricorns. How are you? This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorns. This is a forecast that goes from June 1st to the 19th. So I'm going to give you some very succinct pieces of information. And I think this month is an opportunity for us to regroup and rethink what we've been up to. But hey, let's see how that affects you. Okay. On June the 2nd, Sun will sextile Saturn. It's a really great, positive, very practical glow up that will affect you. I'm looking to see how it falls in your chart. Between your home and family area and your health or your work, how you work. More to the point of the action you take to work. So do you work at home? Do you work at an office? Do you sit on a beach chair somewhere and work remotely? That is going to be punctuated, and you're going to get some new practical ideas on how to manage that better. Issues between home and family. Now, another fabulous day is Thursday the 9th, when Venus and Jupiter come together and make a conjunction and sing Kumbaya. I'm just joking. And that is in the area of long-term partnerships, personal and otherwise. You will be feeling like all is right with the world, that you're working succinctly and together, and you're making things happen as a unit. So that's great. There is a new moon in Gemini. For all you Capricorns, it falls in that area of health and the work world. Are you getting to stay home more when you work? Are you working remotely? Do you feel like you're getting to take a deep breath and finally let it out? Have you been able to convince the powers that be that you don't need to work 5 days a week in the office? So that could be happening. You could be getting some treatments that help your body feel really good. So that's coming up. On Friday the 19th, we have a historical transit. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, which is transiting through everybody's chart right now into the sign of Taurus. And it has not been there for 50 years. Yes, I said it, 50 years. So if you have been around long enough to remember where that was in your life, it will give you an inkling of what we're entering now. And Taurus, for you Capricorns, is in the 5th house of love, romance, your children. And it's an area where there's a lot of push-pull, but there are lots of positive outcomes from the interactions that occur in that 5th house at this time. You could have a meeting of a new person, and it could happen adorably because, you meet them in a coffee house and spill coffee all over them. It doesn't have to be pretty, but it does make you change your idea about everything. So this is coming up. One of your children could decide they want to get married, but they want to do it in Nepal on the top of a mountain that you have to get on a donkey to get to. I mean, really, it's a wonderful thing, but did they have to choose a destination wedding where you have to wear riding clothes? We'll talk about that later, but that's what's going on right now. And I can tell you that we're all in for a lot of changes over the next few months. Okay, let's take a look at the oracle cards and see how they impact you, Capricorns. Hamlet, come here. You want to see everybody? Come on up here. Come on. No? You're going to be shy? You want to come up here with me? Yeah? You big... I have a very large yellow cat. He just wants attention. And this is for Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. The twin flame. Oh my goodness. So this is a soulmate. It can come in many forms. It might be somebody that's your work partner. Or it might be somebody that you have met, very cute, like at that coffee house where you spilled coffee all over that person because you were trying to juggle 3 bags and a bottle of water. This person comes into your life to mirror you and to mirror your own activities. They understand your inner workings. Let's see what else this means. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Come on, come on. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. News about money. I don't know what the news is, but there's news coming around finances. Oh my goodness. 10 of Cups. It could be very good news. Happy family. You've got the skills, baby. Art, creative juices, art, science, technology, practical know-how, spirituality, psychological groundedness. It's all in your little package. There's a new project that's being offered to you. Ace of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, this is you. Non-gender specific, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And last of all, this is Queen of Swords. Again, non-gender specific. You are being asked to step up and use your keen mind to help make changes. On that note, Capricorn, I wish you lots of luck. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Cancer, how are you? Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a forecast that goes from June 1st to the 19th. It is short, but mighty. Like a lot of us are. Short, but mighty. This is a couple weeks where there aren't gobs and gobs of transits, but there are powerful transits nonetheless. Mercury moves into Cancer, so it moves out of frenetic Gemini into a softer, gentler, more almost bordering on secretive, because Cancer holds their information until they're ready to share, and they take their time with it. On Tuesday the 2nd, the Sun will sextile Saturn. The Sun will glow up all kinds of practical issues. It will make it easier to carry out projects. And for you, Cancer, that is in the area of your career. So there may be an opportunity for you to grow something or to change something that will make your career more challenging but more interesting. It is your hidden desire to take over or to work on something that you've been seeing around you, and you see the holes and you think you could fill some of those, and you could make whatever is going on in your career environment healthier, happier, etc., etc. So this could be very good. It's a great time for negotiation, particularly when it does fall in your great and glorious career area. On Thursday the 9th, the Venus will conjunct Jupiter. And it will be sweet, it will be powerful, it'll be a little bit noisy, it'll be fun. And that is in your first house. So you are the leader of the band. You are bringing in new information and new ideas and showing people that you can have fun, but still be stable and secure and grounded in all the different ways you need to be. On Sunday the 14th, the new moon will be in Gemini. It's a new beginning. It's a great time for affirmations. That's the 12th house. The 12th house is all about your spirituality, your life path, what you think you're here to accomplish. Also, it's your secret identity. It's the one that you hold very close to your chest. And there will be an opportunity to start something that's tied to that. Maybe you're a dancer or a very spiritual person, or maybe you are into ice skating. I don't know, but it will be brought more to the surface. So if you have something you want to accomplish in this area, write it down and see it done. On the 19th, we have a historical shift with Chiron, the wounded healer, moving into the sign of Taurus. It's very big, very, very big. Hasn't happened for 50 years. And where does that fall for you? Because Cancer, you get along with earth signs. So it's, even though it's the wounded healer, it's a little bit of a struggle. It is in that area of your life where you associate with large groups of people. It could be a corporation. It could be a club. It could be a drama group. I mean, any number of things that you have to have a little bit of push-pull with. And that could be coming back around, if you can remember 50 years ago. Or it might even be connected to your parents and something they were doing, and they would remember the historical markers for that time period. So you might want to ask them if you can, or other relatives or other friends. So there we have it. So Cancer, I want you to have a great week, but we're going to look at the oracle cards and see how this dovetails, because this is all, percolating right now. Cancer, open your heart to love. I like that idea. It sounds like fun, right? Love comes in all forms. You might meet a pet that you just know you have to take home and mother, father. You have to provide a nurturing environment. Open your heart to love. What does that mean? Sometimes being loving to somebody that's giving you a hard time is very hard. But in your heart, throw the love vibes out. It can stop them in their tracks. Ace of Cups, a new loving beginning. Wow. Use your intuition on how to activate this. The High Priestess. A rebirth. You're coming back online. You're feeling again. Did you go through a loss? Did you experience a loss? Did you think that it could never be? Or would never be? Well, evidently, a ending occurred, and now you're breathing life back into your shattered existence. Use your head. Don't get too carried away. Not yet. The Strength card. There is somebody who believes in your ability and your talents. This person has authority in either a company or an organization that you're involved in, or maybe it's a friend of the family. They may be, and I hate to use this term, but high status in some way. They could be a leader in their field. They are involved with pushing your agenda. And lastly, there's a healing for you overall. Cancer, have a wonderful couple weeks. Drop me a line and let me know how you're doing. Take care. Scorpio, how are you? Listen, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you're in the right place. This is a forecast by moi that runs from June 1st to the 19th. So let's dive right in. We have a sun sextiling Saturn. When the sun glows up Saturn, which can be grumpy. Saturn is a taskmaster. Saturn is about getting jobs and projects done. But in this case, the effort put out is provided with support. Where does that fall in your chart? Something to do with work and health, and also allowing you to make a major transition. So have you been working out a lot? Have you tried all kinds of things to strengthen your lower back? It might be working. There's a transition occurring. So there's something happening. You might be involved with an organization or working on a project, and now they want you to take it over and run it. But there's some transition that's happening with your work world and your health world. So that's very positive. There's nothing, that can stop you from moving forward on something you care about. On the 9th, Venus will conjunct Jupiter. Yay. And it's together they come to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and carry flowers around in their hands and look into each other's eyes. I know it's sappy. And this is in your 9th house, where you want to grow and expand and travel and learn new things. It's exciting. So this could be a very sweet energy that fills you up for a few days at least. On the 14th, we have a new moon in Gemini. And the new moon in Gemini is all about that transition I talked about. Are you moving? Do you want to move? It's a time of new beginnings. You may have thought about something, but you haven't carried it out. I want you to write an affirmation and to see it and imagine it and done. You've moved into a beautiful new environment. You've moved into a small glass house with lots of trees around you and sunlight. You've you've started a new project that's helping homeless kids get off the streets. Whatever it is, this is a new beginning. Imagine it happening. Imagine all the pieces in place. And then on Friday the 19th, we have this historical shift. It hasn't occurred in 50 years. Chiron, the wounded healer, which is that area of your chart that gets the biggest bumps, so to speak, will move in, because you have your personal Chiron, but this is the transiting Chiron, will be in the sign of Taurus, and it will be in that area of your chart of long-term relationships and partnerships. You might want to look backwards in time to see what was happening 50 years ago, or you might want to talk to relatives or friends who remember that experience 50 years ago and what that could be meaning for you now. But it will be occurring in the area of partnership. So keep that in mind. Learning how to work through and work with another person to make life happen. So that's coming up. So Scorpio, let's take a look at the oracle cards and see what they are going to add to this. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Energy healing. So this ties into the healing aspect that we were talking about. Yeah, there's something in the back that you're not paying attention to, background. That could be holding you down. It could be some kind of anxiety too. Working with another person, it's making you uncomfortable. There's been a battle, an argument, something that's been bothering you. You will definitely be going on a new path, the Chariot. It might not start until July. You do have all your ducks in a row. You're organized. Excuse me. You're not ready to move forward yet. You're holding back. You're waiting. I was coughing. I don't know why. So there is a shift occurring. That's okay. It happens. Drop me a line and let me know how you're doing. And until next time, be well. Pisces, hi. This is a forecast that goes from June 1st to the 19th. And this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And before we get going, if you like my channel, like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please. Okay, let's jump right in. So we have a few weeks here where there aren't a lot of transits that jump out at me, but there are a lot of transits that are important, or a few transits that are important. So on the 2nd, the Sun sextile Saturn. That means that the Sun will light up hardworking, severe, traditional Saturn. And it will help you negotiate changes. And for you, Pisces, this is in the area of your home and family and your ability to earn money. There's an opportunity here for you to work with your crew so that you can grow your income in some way. On Tuesday the 9th, there's a sweet connection between Venus and Jupiter. They conjunct, they hold hands, they sing and dance, they're happy. And this is in your 5th house, oh my, of romance, parties, having fun, being creative, and sharing family time with your children, if you have them. So that's happening on the 9th. You might want to write that down on the calendar because that could be a lot of fun. On the 14th, we have a new moon in Gemini, and that's in the area we were just talking about, home and family. Changes happening, new beginnings. Maybe you're thinking of having another child, or maybe you're thinking of moving or redecorating, something fun. And as I'm telling all the signs, if there's something you desire, write it down and imagine it happening and complete it. I could tell you stories. I've done this, and I have definitely had enormous outcomes from it. Actually, that's a very good idea. I think I should maybe make a video about affirmations. Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyhow, so write that on your calendar. That's on the 14th. And then on the 19th, Chiron, the wounded healer, which is in everybody's chart, but we have a transiting Chiron, and it's moving into the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is practical, and it's very earthy and grounded, and it relates well to Pisces. And where is it, you ask? It is in your 3rd house. It's all about communicating ideas, sharing your insights, talking to your siblings, sending out written work, starting a podcast, whatever. But it doesn't mean it's easy. It means this is the area where you're going to have a lot of push and pull. And this is also something that has not occurred for 50 years. You need to look backwards. Look backwards in time. Also, talk to family members, talk to friends, look back and see what historical activities were occurring then. But this could be a shift that's very important to you, and you will learn a lot from this. You'll learn a lot from struggling a little bit to communicate properly, to get your ideas across with gusto and strength of conviction. So this is exciting. Let's take a look at the oracle card and see what comes up for you, Pisces. Pisces, 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 Pisces. Take charge of the situation. So whatever is going on in your life right now, you're the it person, according to this. You're the miracle worker. There will be some kind of news around a young person. They could be winning an award. They could be deciding to change schools. But it may be something you need to manage. King of Cups, non-gender specific. This is you, Pisces, or another water sign, Cancer and Scorpio. Use your intuition, the High Priestess. There is something here about a commitment, a partnership, a love affair. I love this when this comes up. Is this something you wanted to be involved in? Use your intuition. There is a new project, a new idea. You are doing the research to find out whether you want to be involved in this project. Do you want to spend money on this project? Is it worth it? There is a rebirth for you coming back online. You've done this before. So, Pisces, there's a lot happening. There's a lot riding on your energy and your ability to make something happen. Are you willing to use your energy to do that? Are you willing to put your hat in the arena, so to speak. Drop me a line and let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.